And muting. It's good to be back in my house. Although it was fun being on the road, and I was proud that we were able to keep doing it, or proud and thrilled. Okay, draw your knees into your chest and circle them around. Lie down on your back. And I'm grabbing some props, so you might want to grab yours too. And we're going to use a strap for sure. Circle your knees about when you're ready. And as I do this, I have the Psoas on my mind because I'm learning these different resets that people have used, and I'll teach them to you when I know them better, to immediately reclaim height or get height that they have lost or should have. And a lot of it has to do with the Psoas activation. So that's on my mind. But as I have that on my mind, I'm noticing that my legs feel so remarkably different. And I'm thinking at the moment that that is Psoas related. One feels almost shorter than the other. And I have found that kind of just thinking about these things, if they're not too damaged, they kind of start to fix themselves. Hold on to the front of the right shin, extend the left leg up, and start to play with the foot, flexing and pointing. Exaggerate the end range. And let your jaw be relaxed, your tongue relaxed. Flex the foot hard and give the legs some rubs. Starting at the ankle, get underneath the bony protrusion of the inside and outside of the ankle and rub there. And then continue up the leg. Oh, did I lose you guys for a second? I lost you on my screen. Let's see. Continue up your leg. Okay. And when you're done, extend the left leg down and let it grow roots into the floor, earth. Firm your body, firm your belly, and circle the right knee. Let that left side stay really nice and still. And take your strap, loop it around the ball of your right foot, and send your right leg straight up into the strap. Let your elbows slide down to the ground so that you're not straining in your neck. And bend the leg and straighten, using the strap to help you resist. So bend and push into it. Bend and push. Do this a few times. And then hold the strap in the right hand, both sides of the strap, and take the leg to the right. Turn your inner thigh to face the sky and push against the resistance of the strap. So pull a little bit with your hand as you push into it. And breathe. Rolling the back ribs down to the ground. Extending through the toes. And just think in your mind length through the psoas, through this, I'll say, harness that connects our upper and lower body. It's a really cool system. And then jog the leg back up and extend the right arm out And shift your hips, ooh, that felt so good, a little to the right as you drop your leg over to the left. Roll your outer right hip down, turn the head to the right. Let your shoulders get heavy. And breathe through the nose. Take your arm down, out in front of you, up overhead, out to the right, and let that pull you over onto your back. Give that right leg a good stretch up toward the sky. And then just let the strap wrap around your hands so you have a little bit of leverage and pull yourself up. Just use the strap, pull, bringing your forehead to your shin. Nice stretch. And then lower the head back down to the ground and take the strap off. And we'll hug both knees into the chest again. And compare to the first time, moments ago, when we circled our knees. Just notice what's going on. Did you notice any inconsistency and incongruency between the left and right? And how's it feel now? Check it out. Are they a little more pliable? And even though we really only worked, well, we do work both sides kind of, but just notice if they feel more even. And then hold on to the front of the left shin, send the right leg up, and flex and point the right foot. Can the psoas, can like the trunk be long with the leg lifted, or are you kind of cramping or shortening in that connection between the upper and lower body? I'm gonna suggest that we keep that long as we lift the leg, rather than kind of having the leg angled where that psoas feels short. I want it to feel long. And I'm using my hand on my, I guess, inner hip to feel that space in there. You might have had a massage therapist or me stick my hands deep into this part of you, and you might remember it. So like right here. Because it's usually painful when someone sticks their hand in there. Flex and point. And I'm always kind of shocked at how deep the hand goes. Like it's, when you just press on someone, you can go pretty deep to get to that psoas. You see it when we used to have gyms and the old guys on the table, they'd be making a face like they were dying. That's usually because the trainer had their hand deep in their on their psoas. And then flex that foot. And send the leg all the way down. I'm just remembering how you guys subtly discouraged me from going back to the gym, and I just want to say thank you, subtly and not so subtly. And by being here, it definitely allowed me to not go back, so thank you so much for that. Circle that left knee. Because that seemed premature. Keep that right side really still. Really rooted. And this dog party is just so much better. And little kid party. And then take your strap and lasso it around your left foot and send your left leg up. Oof. Relax your jaw and check in. Are you feeling hydrated? Are your tissues feeling like they had a good night's rest? Are your muscles, is your body feeling hydrated? And if not, make sure to drink lots of water today. We missed most of the smoke. We got back Saturday. But just the little I've been here, I can really feel the smoke. It takes a toll. And I am bending my leg and pressing it straight, using the resistance of the strap to create tension and help turn on those muscles. We want to activate them and hydrate them within the body, the context of the body. Endogenous hydration. And then externally rotate the leg and take it over to the left. I'm seeing another foot and another dog. I'm gonna make a guess that it's Randy. I'm not sure who it is, but I'm thrilled. So leg goes open to the left and right side is nice and heavy. And press your low back into the floor, your back ribs. That will help you stabilize. Let your shoulders relax and drop. And breathe. Can you stretch all the way through that left foot? And use the resistance of the strap to get into some of the tighter, more resistant muscles. And let's keep in mind the psoas on both sides. We have the columns of the legs like train tracks, the columns of the torso like train tracks as the leg itself goes to the side. Sorry if I said that backwards. So the torso stays even on both sides and just the leg opens. Haul the leg back up and drop it over to the right. Stretch your left arm open. You might jog your hips a little to the left. Roll your outer left hip down and look to the left. Breathe through your nose, opening the chest. Thank you, Lola. Lola gave you guys a good demonstration of the nose breathing. Head turns left. Sweep the arm down, out in front of you, overhead and around. And if the shoulder is disgruntled, you can fold the arm in half, make a little beak with your hands and press that beak hand into the shoulder and only rotate from the upper arm. Reach out through that left arm once it comes out to the side again and let that pull you back to center. Wrap the strap around your hands a couple times and crawl up the strap. Bring your forehead to your shin. And then lower your head down. Feed both feet up into the strap. Both legs up toward the ceiling. And draw your shoulder blades flat onto the floor. So feel them go flat on the back and down away from your neck. And that's all. Just press your feet up into the strap and let your elbows slide down to the floor. And try to extend your heels up to the sky. And when you do this, can you feel those psoas, those connectors, long in the body? So the legs become the legs, just legs up there. And you're able to have this long spine and long front body. And then guide the legs. Try not to shorten the psoas, but rather lengthen as you take the legs toward the floor slowly. And when you hit the point where it's pretty intense, squeeze your inner thighs together harder. And then just start to haul the legs back up. Can you feel the length, the extension and contraction of the psoas muscles? Extend the legs long. Away from you, squeeze the inner thighs together. And when you get to a place where it's really hard to hold there. And then contract in the psoas and lift the legs back up. Again, super slowly down. Concentrate on the squeezage and lengthening. Lengthen, lengthen, tailbone toward heels. And then haul those legs up. Bend the knees. take off the strap and come on up to sit. Just gonna see who joined us. And go ahead and, oh, Elena, oh my gosh, hi, yay. Okay, and go ahead and make your way onto all fours. Yay. And start to arch your back and round. Inhale and arch. Lifting and spreading the collarbones. Exhale and tuck the tailbone round. Now this can be done with this little fancy, it's not fancy, but this sort of added bend of the elbows. So as you move to cow, you can bend your elbows and feed your trunk through. And then bend the elbows and move into cat. So it's kind of a way to duck through the arms, almost like up dog. And I think it activates the shoulder blades differently. So you bend the elbows and you weave your chest through, bend the elbows and weave yourself back and through into cat. Try it this way a few times. It's a bit strange, I think, but also interesting, functionally interesting for the back body. One more time, bend the elbows, weave your chest through and up. Ooh, and you can feel the length in the psoas. And then bend the elbows, slide yourself through into cat. Let's stay in cat. Walk your knees in just a little bit and feel, can you feel the connection between the hip bones and your bottom ribs? I don't know. And spread the muscles on the back. Spread the shoulder blades wide, protract them apart. And then continue round up onto your shins. So the area in question really is, I guess, from about the bikini line area to the bottom of our rib cage. And can just go like this. I'm just using my hands as a device to kind of feel into myself. Are these, does one side feel activated? Does one side feel slack? Does one side feel short, one side feel long? Yes. They do not feel the same at all. So I'm just trying to get in touch with that a little bit. Take a block, if you have one. You can use a book, or you don't need one. And you can put it between the inner thighs. I did, it's just gonna protect my back here. Hands at the hips, and I'm gonna just pelvic tucks here. I'm gonna let the bum go back, and then tuck the hips under. Let the bum go back, and tug it under. Full of these. And am I able to, when I tuck under, firm the front body too? So go back, it gets a little bit softer, and I shorten the psoas. When I come under, can I claim that length and height here? When I go back, it shortens for sure. And then when I come up, can I keep it long? I'm gonna squeeze the block and reach the right arm to the right foot and lift the left arm high. Bring the left arm back more by your ear. And feel that nice extension in the front body. And then windmill forward, leave the block between the thighs and take a few rounds of cat-cow. And notice if we can get those connections more clear in our mind, in our physical experience. I'm getting there. There's a bit of an awakening. I wouldn't say it's wide awake. And then come back up onto your shins. Reach your left hand back to your left heel, squeeze the block, and sweep the right arm up by the ear. And really try to stretch the arm. So that's where my limitation shows up, is that the arm is forward of where I want it. Can the arm go back more? And you feel it. Push down more through the shins. And then come on back up. Take the block out, come on to all fours. And do a few cat-cows. And just notice, I don't know, one thing you might notice is it's more limber. There's more ability to rotate the pelvis. Around, I guess I'm going to say the legs. So we tuck it under and we roll it forward. And it's more of a separate action than before when it was all just mangled as one. You feel that? And then come to neutral. Extend your right leg back. Let's go for long. So reach your left arm forward and reach out as long as you can. Push down through that right hand, push down through that left shin, and extend. And reach. Lift that left arm just a little bit higher. And see if you can feel that long column in your center, attaching your leg to your ribs. Let's contract it. Bring your elbow and knee together, and then extend it. Keep your mind on those connections. Elbow to knee, and reach. Elbow to knee, and reach. And here's where it gets much longer. We're going to sweep that arm back, reach for the foot, catch the foot, and lift your foot up. Lift your chest up. And here we are asking it to be strong and long. Kick and lift. And then reach out again and extend. Hand down, leg down. Good job, you guys. Let's take that left arm up to the side and thread it through. Coming into a twist, come onto your right fingertips. Pull your belly toward your spine and left ribs toward right. Shoulder blades retract toward each other. Push down through the back of that left hand. And breathe. Push down through the right hand. Come on back up onto all fours. Give yourself a little wiggle. And then let's get long again. Take your left leg back and your right arm forward. So I'm noticing not everything is gripping well. So something's still sleepy on my left psoas. In my left psoas, reach. Yeah, and I'm pushing down more through my left hand. It's not really helping. And then elbow to knee, I'm gonna see if I can contract. Inhale and extend. Okay, so that helped a little bit. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Contracted. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Feel that shortening. And then lengthen. Okay, now I'm turned on a little bit more. Good. Bend the back knee, reach back for the foot. And then kick back. Lift the chest, and we're asking for it to be contracted and, or I guess strong and long. Kick and lift. And then extend. And hand down, leg down. Ooh, reach your right arm up. And slide it through. Come onto that right shoulder. Push down through the back of the right hand. Retract the shoulder blades and turn right ribs toward left. Breathe into the right side of your back. So the QL is quadratus lumborum. It's not the partner of the psoas. I think the glutes are the partner, but it is certainly, at least in my body, a reactive part if my psoas aren't working. My QL will overly contract. So right now, I feel that slightly wider than my spinal column. So the erectors, and then deeper than that are those QLs, and I feel them really tight here because my psoas weren't quite doing their job. See if you feel that or know what I'm talking about. And breathe into them. Try to hydrate them using breath. You like that? And then push down to the left hand. Come on back to center. And we'll take puppy pose. Crawl your trunk forward. Bum comes right over the knees. Nice, gorgeous. And let your chest drop. And your chin is on the floor, but if that hurts you, your forehead could be on the floor. Now, I like to have my elbows lifted just a tiny bit. And I feel the connection. There's such a deep issue with the armpit tension and shoulder rotation. So as we open our shoulders here, it's critical to relax in the armpits. There's such a deep, deep conversation going on there. Try not to avoid it. Stay with it and breathe into it. Soften the armpits, let the shoulders open. You can scrub your shins toward each other. You can try dragging the hands isometrically toward you or pushing them away. Both engage this area in different ways. And then pull your belly in. Let's roll up. And we'll do one sort of stretch for the feet here. We're gonna lift those knees up. So my feet I'm on the top of my feet, and I'm really doing a very rough thing, but it opens up the whole foot. So I'm on the pointed toes, and I'm lifting my knees up to my chest. And Karen and Elena, I'm sorry, just be careful. And then roll over your toes carefully and come into a forward fold. Bend your knees, let your legs be bolsters for your torso. And those psoas are so sweet here. They've just folded themselves up nicely for you and allowed you to hang. Can you take your head left and right, side to side, clasp opposite elbows in the palms of your hands, and then with your fingers, pull the arms closer to the floor and swing them softly forward and back. And then switch the clasps of the other forearms in front and gently pull. The belly is hollowing up toward the back as you pull gently. And then release the hands, walking out to your down dog. And my hope is that this dog is so awesome. The heels are able to stay pressing at least in the direction of the floor. The columns of the psoas are strong and long, and the trunk is able to stretch all the way out. If you find a restriction at the sort of apex, I'm not really sure where, I guess you feel it in the shoulders, turn your hands out just a little bit, and that might get you more range. And see if you can feel your spine like a string of pearls hanging. As you actively try to push your heels down into the mat, can you feel the quadriceps engage? As you stretch through the palms, can you feel your back turn on? And then walk your feet up to where your hands are. Inhale, lengthen. Bend your knees a tiny bit so we can focus. Sitting bones back, and can you feel those columns from the hip bones to the ribs even? No, I cannot, is my answer. My right side is long and my left side is like a shriveled piece of dried, like rawhide. Sad. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift through the chest, circle the arms out and up. Reach tall. Go ahead, bend the knees, grab your left wrist, turn the palm up and stretch over toward the right. Now we're getting that C curve on the left. We're gonna bow our ribs up, but we're stabilizing with those psoas. Squeeze the frontal hip points toward each other and look up to the left arm. And because of my aforementioned rawhide shriveled feeling, this side feels tight on my back, in my back and on the hip. Because that psoas isn't lengthening, it's just not. Push down through the feet, come back up. Grab hold of the right wrist, palm faces the ceiling, and bend over toward the left. I also noticed on the other side, my arm was limited in how far back it could go, whereas here it feels really free. I can take my arm further back, and I can bend to the side pain-free. Ribs roll to the right more, look up to the right, and push down through your right foot so that you get that whole activation. Bend the knees, inhale up, reach up now, take the arms farther back, see if you can get more space. Beautiful. And then tip your pelvis forward, and then tip it under. Tip it forward, and tip it under. Forward, rock it back and forth. And see if this can help you to launch yourself higher up. Can you grow taller? Can you find more freedom? Can the ribcage slide up? Very good, you guys, very good. Exhale, fold forward. Keep all that freedom as the pelvis rotates around the top of the legs. Inhale. Can the pelvis move with you as you lengthen? And then step your left foot back, right foot back. Let's come into a really strong plank. Roll the hips under. Pull your heart forward. Reclamation of length in the torso. And then reclamation of length in the neck. Stick your neck out. Let your heels go back so that your quadriceps engage and tuck your tummy in. Then bend the elbows back as you come halfway to the floor. Point your toes and ascension. Let the chest open. The legs go back. Feel those long columns. Roll over the toes. Down dog. Simple, let's breathe here. Inhale. All along the length of the psoas. Exhale. Activate your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Let the skin on the bottoms of the feet swim. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or jump to your hands. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, full bum. Inhale, circle, rise up. Grab hold of the right wrist, bend the knees. Inhale, press the palm up and bend over to the left. Look up to the right. Bend the knees. Inhale, up to center. Grab the left wrist, bend over to the right. Look up to the left. Push down to that left foot. C-curve on the left side. Whew. Bend the knees. Inhale, up. Pelvis forward and under. Rock your pelvis. And see if you can use this to get taller, to go higher, up, up, up. And I'm not sure, but some of you look like you're just moving your hips forward and back. I want you to stick the butt out and stick it under. So it's more of a roll than a, are you doing that? So the booty goes, yes, yes, exactly. And then reach it up, up, up. Exhale, now the pelvis wraps over the legs as you fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen, and step your right foot back. Just stay here a sec. Can you guys feel that length? It's almost really from the, well, we'll keep it simple, from the hip bone to the ribs on the right side. Can you feel it? It's vulnerable here. Yeah, now make it super strong. Try to engage that. Oh my gosh, and pick up that left foot and bring that into plank. Did you feel that? It's fun. So push down through your hands. Try to feel that. Yes. Anastasia. Yes. Good. Now hold plank and get your neck really long. Pull it out of your little turtle trunk. Turtle cave. Heart forward. Shell. Heels back. That's the word. Then bend the elbows. Point your toes. Roll your chest up. The legs are important. The legs go back. Eek, and then roll over the feet, down dog. Push down through your heels, stretch your arms, inhale, and exhale. This is a good time to notice if one ankle is soggy. You want inner ankles the same height as the outer ankles. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Travel, jumping, stepping to your hands. Inhale, long psoas left and right. Of course, mine's only on the right. Exhale, fold my left side, still shriveled. Inhale, circle up, right into a back bend. Reach back. And then bring your hands to your heart. Nice, y'all. Release the hands down. Externally rotate the arms. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to a flat back. Let's step the left foot back and just stop for a second and feel that left side. Can we get that feeling? I'm gonna say it. So from the top of the thigh to the bottom of the ribs. Can you feel that? Or maybe it's just from the hip to the ribs if you want to keep it more simple. But make that really strong. So the hip flexors are gonna hold us up. Push down through your hands. Keep that left hip flexor strong and long. Add the gorgeous. Come on. That's so nice, you guys. So we're in plank and then bend the elbows. Keep it strong. Point your toes, inhale, lift. Toes go back. Heart extends forward. Feel that contrast. Very good. Exhale, back, down, up. Right leg extends way back. As we do that, can you remember when we were on the all fours position, that quadruped, and we extended the left arm? So don't extend your left arm, but feel like you are. So reach to that left hand as you extend back through that right leg and feel that long, long length. And then we find our flexibility as we bend the right knee and we draw that leg in toward our chest, the ability to move forward, metaphorically and literally. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, draw the leg forward, place the right foot at the right thumb. Spin your back heel, warrior one, arms up. Okay, so I feel the problem with my left psoas being short here. So pushing that left heel down, grabbing hold of my left wrist, turning the palm up. I'm gonna stretch that left side over to the, I'm gonna bend over to the right a little bit. Bow the ribs, and this helps me feel it more. Okay, and then I'm pushing my left calf down, which seems to be helping for some reason. And then inhale back up. And I'm just trying to feel that connection from my left hip bone to my left ribs. And take my arms back more and really get that traction that I need. Back ribs lift up. Bend deeper into your front leg. Feel that right glute. And then hands come down. Spin your left heel up. Keep that left side strong. Step the right foot back. Low push-up. Inhale up. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, down, up. Left leg back. In my mind, I'm imagining extending my right arm forward. And I'm feeling that connection between my left ankle, my right wrist, my left toes, my right fingers. Then contract, bring the knee forward toward the chest or nose. And then extend the leg back again. It's more back than up so that we feel that diagonal. And that right psoas. And then draw the knee to the chest. Step that left foot to thumb. Spin back, heel down. Inhale, rise. Warrior one. So get your right heel down and stretch that right groin up toward the torso. Can you feel that? That maybe resistance from the right hip bone to the ribs. Grab hold of the right wrist, turn the palm up, and bend over toward the left. Look up to the right arm. See if you can feel that pull on the right side. I cannot. So this side is probably overstretched while the other one is under. And then back up to center, straight up warrior one. Arms in line with the ears. Bend the left knee. Try to activate your left butt, left glute. At the same time, really concretely, push down through that right foot. Breathe. Bring your right nipple forward, right ear forward. Good. And then hands come down. Spin your right heel up. Keep that right side your stable side. Step that left foot back. Low push up. Inhale. Up dog. We have a real chance to feel those columns. Send your toes back, heart forward. Beautiful, you guys. Down dog. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Am I short on my left side? Yes, I am. Yes, I feel that. So just notice. Try not to change it. Just observe it for now. Heels have to activate. Feet have to work to really be able to feel the leg muscles and what they're up to. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Travel up to where your hands are. Inhale, heart forward. Legs have a function here. They go back. Exhale, fold, chair. Bend the knees, sit into your legs. Sit down deeply enough that this is interesting. And bring the arms up toward the head, like back more. So less in front of you and more it feels like behind you. And sit low in those things. Burn those legs. Gorgeous, you guys. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step your right foot back, left foot back. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg high. Right knee to nose and step the right foot through. Spin the back heel down, warrior one. Exhale, hands to ground, plank, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Left leg up. Knee to the chest, step the left foot forward. Turn the back heel down, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the ground. Low push up. Inhale through. Exhale back. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, exhale. Travel. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, deep fold. Bend the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, jump. Low push up. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward, spin the back heel. Inhale, palms to touch, look up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, stepping through cat. Warrior one, inhale, palms touch. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Breathe. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend the knees, travel forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Nice deep chair, sit to the legs. Reach the arms high. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Step your left foot back. Toes tuck under, rise, crescent. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your left knee almost to the floor. Woo. And then straighten it. Bend and straighten that back leg. I'm gonna bring my hands to my hips because I want to concentrate on the psoas, whatever it's doing here. And mine is like, sad. It's like, what? It's like a shaky violin string. Bend that back knee and straighten and bend and straighten. One more time. Bend that back knee Reach the arms overhead. Lengthen that back leg and bring your left elbow outside the right leg, prayer twist. Turn your left ribs toward your right and squeeze that back leg. Draw it in toward the trunk as you turn. Open the arms, bring the left hand down somewhere and the right arm up somewhere. Bend your right elbow and hold the back of your skull and turn left ribs toward right as you turn up toward the sky. Squeeze your frontal hip points together so there's room for your tailbone to go back. And then reach that right arm over the ear, extend it. Nice. Let's bring the right hand down to the ground. Shift, spin that left heel down. Turn to your right and bend your left knee, turning the foot out, coming into a side lunge here. Let's just get those groins open on that right side for a moment. And press that left thigh away. Flex the right quadricep. Pull the right sits bone toward the left one. And just let that groin open. Can be tired in the morning, mine sure can be. And then bend your right knee. Take your right hand to your ankle and slide your right shoulder against the right leg. So the right leg gets pushed out of it. The right glute will then in turn grip. So that right sits bone, that right glute will firm, which we want. Left hand to left hip, roll right ribs toward left. Bring left arm in front of you and then reach it overhead. Stretch from your back foot to your top arm. Gorgeous leg. And keep that right glute nice and strong as you extend. Lift that left arm, warrior two. Take your hands to your right hip bone and pull it away from the thigh. Take left hand to right hip bone, lift it up, and take right hand to top of the thigh and make some space there. Keep that space and open the arms. So the columns of the psoas are upright and long. The leg is individuated, dissociated from the hip, and is able to go forward. Reach forward, flip the right palm up, and reverse. And here we stretch those columns. And then windmill down plank. Step back with awareness. Move through, we'll meet in down dog. Deep breath in through your nose when you get there. Open your mouth out, stick your tongue out. Cleansing. Inhale. Open mouth, stick out tongue. Really get that smoke out of your lungs. Again, inhale. Open the mouth, clear the basin of the lungs. So gross, all that soot. And then bend the knees and make sure your tongue's in your mouth and jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, rotate the pelvis over the legs. Take a deep breath. Let all the responsibilities you shoulder, all the stuff you hold, let it fall off your back now. Let it roll off your shoulders, you guys. So much. So much. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Let that go. Let that go. Let that one go. Inhale, look forward and step your right foot back. Toes stay tucked under. Inhale, rise. Bend the back knee almost to the floor and then re-straighten it. Do this a bunch. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips so I can really focus. Frontal hip points squeezing in toward each other. Gives me some more pliability, play in my tailbone. And this side is stronger. I don't want the hips to go up and down, although they are. Don't want to minimize that. And really have it be about that psoas contraction and extension. And the next time the knee is bent, upright the pelvis, reach the arms up. Bend that front knee to its full parallel thigh to the floor position, 90-degree angle, and straighten that back leg as you twist. Right elbow comes outside of left thigh. Palms push into one another as you rotate. You narrow the hips for balance. And then right hand comes down somewhere, left arm high. Bend the left elbow, hold the back of the skull, and turn right ribs toward left, looking up and giving your neck some really good traction as you turn. Extend that top arm, and then bring the left hand down, pivot to your right, come into a side lunge. Let's open up that left groin. And you do you. We're all very unique in this one. Some of us, it's just different for everybody. So see what you need here and do it. I recommend all the muscles on that left leg firming. And then make sure your left foot is turned to the front of the mat. As you come forward, hold your left ankle. Right hand to right hip. Okay, so push your left knee away from you, left thigh away from you with that arm. Get out of my way. And then that left booty can firm up. Left sits bone is more under you. It's reaching toward your right heel. Right arm reaches in front. And then forward, over the ear. Turn left ribs toward right. Firm your left glute. Turn. Reach. Press that left knee away. Feel the columns of the psoas. Yeah. And then circle down to the floor. Oh no, not that. Sorry. Warrior two, up we come. So we did that procedure where we push down through the leg and lift up through the hips. So my right hand grabs my left hip. My left hand holds the thigh down, and I'm able to lift that hip a lot. And I'm able to dissociate the pelvis and the leg, and then open the arms. It gets held together by keeping that tailbone under. Reach forward, flip the left palm, and stretch back. If that leg is forward and that hip bone is lifted, it's a psoas stretch. Left arm back, belly in. Woo. And then windmill the hands down. Step back with awareness, plank. Low push-up. Inhale up. Nice deep back bend. Exhale, child's pose. Hips to heels. Sit back. Feel the weight of your butt. And if it doesn't feel like anything, walk your hands a little closer to the knees. Push to the hands and really get your butt onto the floor, like onto the heels. And then drop the head again. And breathe into your back. If you were a turtle or a tortoise, your head is in the shell. You've withdrawn it into the shell is on top of you, and you're breathing your little turtle body, this membrane part, and breathe all around it. Maybe it's like soft and malleable. You can imagine the hard shell above you, not limiting you, but protecting you. So you're really free to breathe into all the little scared spots. Stuck spots, scared, hidden, whatever they are. Angry, lonely. Pull the belly in, roll up onto your shins. Swimming back to your heels. Right hand goes back, left arm by the ear. Reach back, and can you feel that sort of unveiling, that beautiful length and strength of the psoas? Reach your left hand to your left heel, full camel, heart is up. And those columns are both strong, supportive, and lengthened. Press the tailbone forward, and then pull on your heels to get that added electrical charge of the heart lifting and opening. Yes. Yes, you guys, beautiful. When you've had it, bring the hands down and just wag your tail, right to left, sassy butt wag. Wag it. Shake your butt. Shake your booty. Shake your head. Let the tail wag the dog. Okay, and then come back up onto your shins. You guys, at the Atlanta airport, there is a micro French bulldog with no leash, no harness, nothing. That's how well trained it was. And the guy was like, no, ma'am, because he was from South Carolina. And anytime she did anything wrong, he'd go, no, ma'am. It was beyond. Okay, left hand reaches to your left heel. And can you feel that length in your psoas? And then reach that right arm by your ear and back. And press your tailbone forward. I really feel the right one doing its thing. And then reach the right hand down to the heel and pull up. Heart is like the presentation in jewelry box. It's like a big ring. Lift it up. Let it shine here. For 3, pulling 2. And the psoas are strong. Woo, as you lift up. Y'all feel that? Bring your hands down. And the tail wags the dog. Its name was Peaches. He was like, no, ma'am, Peaches. Shake it. But you know what he was here to do, which is terrible? The guy, he was a kid. He flies drones. They put him up on Wilshire. He called it Wilshire. He flies drones, and they're gonna be putting 5G. He tells them where to put 5G, and they're putting in the 5Gs all over that. Okay. Sorry to be the one to tell you if you didn't know. Cross your ankles, and then lie down on your back. And touch your heels. So just grab your heels for a second and pull. And can you feel this is camel pose, right? So my feet are down. I'm like bridge on my back, but I haven't lifted anything. And I'm pulling like at my Achilles area, a little below so I don't hurt myself. And I'm exaggerating the lift of the chest. Now what's different is there's more of a lower back curve, right? This lower dot, or my words are curve here, lumbar curve. But it feels really good, so I'm gonna let it happen. Then I'm gonna interlace my hands and bring my elbows a little bit closer, and then put my bum down onto my hands. So as I arch my low back as it just was, I can feel that. And then I can also tuck my tailbone under and feel that. So a little bit of this pelvic rocking, tucking the tail and extending it back. And just notice how you feel that. I mean, if I really concentrate, I can tell that some of the pain I'm feeling in my left shoulder and the left side of my neck are related to the psoas being short here. Okay, tailbone long, and I feel that grips in my triceps, my upper arms. It creates more of a stand for my neck, and my lungs breathe. You can feel that. My feet are gonna just crawl forward a little bit and then lift to bridge. And I'm hoping for you that it feels really spacious and free right now. Tailbone is lifted up into the shape. Frontal hip points have an awareness of narrowing, and the arms are supporting you. Powerful support, both of them. So that your neck is in a gorgeous, appropriate curve here. Instead of a straight military neck, there's a nice cervical spine curve. Pushing the back of the head just gently into the floor if you need that. Just a slight lifting of the chin as the shoulder blades retract. And breathe a ton into your body, into your front. And then let's not take any chances. Release the grip of the hands, widen your shoulders. Come down one vertebra at a time. And little pelvic rocks forward and back. And if you want, clock circles with the pelvis, one way and then the other. Turn back time. And let's come up again. So lift your hips, fold your shoulders under, and exaggerate this. Switch the cross of your fingers. Really get your shoulder blades nice and close. And then turn your feet out a little bit, like you're a bad guy in Batman. So turn your feet out, the penguin, and put some weight on your right foot. Drop your butt just a little bit to pick your left knee up, and draw your left knee to your chest. Now see if you can feel, as you raise your bum up and down a little, that right connection from your leg to your ribs. Lengthen that and extend that left leg up. And then squeeze your right butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Draw your left knee to your chest and put the foot down. Turn your left foot out a little bit. Draw your right knee to your chest. Push down through that left foot. Yeah, and extend that right leg up. Can you feel that psoas on the left side? And then pulse left glute. 5. Left glute is the partner of the psoas. 4, 3, 2. Kick it. Draw the knee back in. Both feet down. Turn your feet parallel. Lift up into a bridge. 15 little micro Frenchy puppies could come under your back in a parade. Breathe. Maybe prancing and dancing underneath you. And then open up your upper back and slowly come on down. That's a lot to focus on for me, at least. And then feet go wider than your mat and let the knees rock in and out. Just naturally observe if the head wants to move. And let your knees fall to the left side. Grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand and stretch that right side long. You can place your left heel on your right leg if you want and pin it. And kind of isolate that stretch of the psoas here. So I'm pulling my arm and I'm pressing my leg. And I'm trying to get the top of my right thigh toward the floor a little more. And there it is. Took me a minute to find this feeling. Got it. From hip bone to ribs. And really the diaphragm. So if the diaphragm is jammed up, the psoas will be jammed up because it passes through there. It attaches there. And then release that. Be careful. Take the foot off the leg first. Engage the belly to lift the knees up and over to the other side. Grab hold of your left wrist. Take your right heel on your left thigh. Let that left, top of the left thigh go down, tailbone toward the left knee, and pull that left wrist. I'm closing my eyes because this is a huge part of the body, the psoas, but perhaps a difficult one to really focus on, to drill down into with your mind. When I close my eyes, I can do it better. And as I've mentioned throughout this class, this side is not functioning properly, so I'm going to give it some extra breath now. And when I asked it, like, what's up with you? What's wrong? It just said, I'm holding on to old ideas. I don't want to let them go. I don't want to move forward. And it sounds like a really sad 6-year-old child, like it's kind of crying and it's like, I don't want to. So just admitting or just letting you guys know what's happening in my body right now. And that it had a whole personality and a whole issue. I'm just gonna release the grip of my wrist and put my hand there for a moment. And breathe into it. And then I'm taking my foot off my leg, engaging my belly, and coming back to center. Letting the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open wide. Hands go back to the head, and I'm gonna adjust my head left and right, and then support the base of my skull. And check that the sides of my neck feel even. of course they can't. So if one side of the psoas is shriveled, it's going to show up in a whole bunch of other irregularities. I'm going to place the head down carefully and fold the shoulder blades under. Place one hand on the belly and one on the heart. Take a deep breath in. Breathe in more. And then exhale out the mouth. Take 2 inhales, or one and then another. So inhale. Hold that in and inhale. And then exhale. Notice the rebound. Inhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Let your hands go to the tops of your thighs and press your thighs away as you lengthen the torso in the opposite direction. And then stretch your legs all the way out. Press the back body into the floor. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift everything up off the ground that you can, not your head, but push your head down, the backs of the arms down, lift your whole torso, legs, just your heels and shoulders remain. Grip your butt and then put it down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. We're going to turn that whole back body on. Shorten the back body, drag your heels toward your head, grip the butt. This will release tension in the psoas in the front body and let it go. As we really worked that area, we're going to let it relax now. And let your bones get heavy. Take a deep breath in through the nose and side out. Take your peace fingers, place them over closed eyelids, and gently press. Let the eyes fall back into their sockets. And then same peace fingers go to the inner corners of the collarbones, right under the collarbone, under the bone, and find a tender spot and give it a pretty good load. Really push into it. Load it up and push. And then follow under the collarbones all the way out toward the shoulders, to where the collarbones end. When you get to the shoulder tops, push them down so that your neck is just so long that you're a swan. And then open the arms out long. If you feel any shortness at the back, just adjust that.
Thank you so much.
And releasing to Shavasana.
What do you have for lunch? What do you have for lunch? That sounds good. Sorry. I said that sounds good. Sorry. Really? I think that's
So life goes on around us, and we still need to take the time to let go. So please stay with this. Keep letting go. Keep letting go.
Oh, yeah.
Shedding layer after layer until you are once again yourself. No place to be. Nothing to do. No one to become. Take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And yawn and stretch. And notice all the space that you've made. Maybe we reclaim some height today. Draw your left knee in, roll to your right side, curl up into yourself, and breathe into your back. Massage the QL area, the back muscles. Let the tension out of your shoulders. And then press yourself up to sit. So what we did today was we focused a lot on these supporters of our foundation, connecting our upper and lower body. We all, as a group, hold so much in our shoulders and up here, in our necks and our shoulders, and they're not built for that. This area is, our foundation is built for that, for holding ourselves stable. So see if you can use, this is all on now, your sits bones are rooted, and you can lift your spine. You know, it's less work. Do you feel that? It's like your just spine's just being held. And you can let that grip in your shoulders go. So as you take on the stress of your day, maybe you have a little more room, a little more space, and a little more stability. And we have maybe a better sense of how to let go of it at the end of the day. Or not take it on in the first place. Take the arms up. And notice if that was a little easier. And then fold your hands to a prayer. Sound does a lot. Sound opens up spaces we can't even imagine. We're going to use the sound of Om to blast through the rest of the space. Inhale. And then bring your prayer to your mind. Let your mind in on the secret of the prayer inside your heart. And let your mind help you carry it out. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you in the morning, tomorrow at 7. I hope you have a beautiful day. And your body supports you throughout whatever it is you're doing. So good to see you all. I'll see you later.